What is up, everyone? StonePost34 here, bringing you a little game of Search and Destroy, but that's not what this is about. I wanted to talk about the Billionaires Challenge, my thoughts. I debated whether to do this or not, but I thought, you know what? I put a mic on, I talk over Call of Duty videos. This kind of affects me, and it affects the community. So if you're not familiar with the Billionaires Challenge, this is a challenge set up by a billionaire named Alki David, and he enlisted the help of several big YouTube commentators to basically what I would call advertise for his channel, but at the same time he was going to offer $10,000 per team for these tournaments. Now, you know, that sounds like a great idea, and I have no problem with that, the $10,000 and them wanting to do that for themselves. But here's where it all went wrong. Sunday there was a live feed, and Alki David said some stuff. Whether it was true or not, I still believe it's probably true, that he was going to live stream an assisted suicide. Now, we all know who the viewers of these videos are. I can look in my insight on YouTube, and it tells me about 60% of my viewers are under the age of 18. Now, this is another growing up with Stone Post I'll have to talk about later, but suicide is a serious issue for children and kids in that age group. So I can talk about that later. I've had 2 friends commit suicide and an uncle. It's not fun. So anyway, let's get off the serious topic here. In fact, let's watch this little triple grenade. That's right, triple grenade. I was like, what the hell just happened? I'm not a big Search player, but that was pretty cool. So anyway, he offered this $10,000. What happened in the live stream is he said he was going to live stream an assisted suicide coming up on his website, and that in itself I think is wrong. I'm not getting too much into the moral issues here, but you know, some of the commentators piled on, and I know you get caught in the moment, and that stuff happens, but you know, you guys have followings, you have a large group of viewers, subscribers, and you know, it's time to man up, and several of them have. In fact, I think most of them have at this point. So I'm proud of you guys for doing that. I don't know, it felt weird. I tweeted out a couple times, you know, I was sick to my stomach about it, because I feel like I'm thrown in that same group, you know, and I try to put out, I wouldn't say wholesome content on my channel, but content, I call it the kids test. Stuff that I wouldn't mind if my own children watched. So that's kind of how I run my YouTube channel. You know, if you play with me, yeah, I cuss. Okay, sorry. You know, that's my downfall. But I try to treat people right. I do that in my job. I do that with my work. I do that when I coach sports, is you treat everyone right. So I'm not trying to say I'm high and mighty here, but anyway, let's get to the side note from that live stream. Also during that, XJaws had a slip up and dropped the N-word, and how he dropped it was, I mean, he wasn't being derogatory towards anyone, but let's get to the point. The N-word is derogatory towards an entire race, and then he bragged about drinking, and I drink, that's fine, but I don't brag about it. You know, I don't know how old XJaws is. I don't even know if he should be drinking. But, you know, I just felt like, man, these guys are getting way too big for themselves. They're doing a disservice to the YouTube community. And I just, man, I felt horrible about it. I didn't know what to do. You know, Aviator put out a few great tweets. Chaos Silencer did an excellent video on, because he was watching it and his 2 kids were in the room. And they asked him what an assisted suicide was. How awkward is that? I mean, that, to me, people are missing the boat. And this guy, this Alki David clown, is, he's scum. I'm not going to lie to you. This guy is trash. He does ridiculous things to get his name out there. And if he's a billionaire, I mean, I don't know how he got his money. I don't really care. But he's garbage. And I can't believe that the community was getting ready to pair up with him. And I'm so glad they didn't. But, you know, I always say, money makes you more of what you are, and I wonder if that's what's going on in the YouTube community. These people making more and more money, and they're getting more and more outlandish. I know there's a few live streams that go on, and the language in it is just unbelievable. And you know who's watching this. To me, I'm going to take the high road, I guess. I'm going to try to put out good content, and I hope many of these other big YouTubers do the same thing. I know sex sells. I know language sells. I know all this garbage sells. I mean, turn on the news. They're talking about murders. They're talking about celebrities. That doesn't really matter. If you're going to make a difference in the community, if you're going to make a difference in this world, you got to start small, and it starts with the details. Treat people right. Just don't be a jerk. And if you're going after the money, I don't have a problem with that. I own my own business, and the money's not anything to me, because I think the amount of money I can make doing YouTube, really, if I worked an extra hour a day, I could make it up what I could make on YouTube pretty quick. So I just hope a lot of these big guys take the higher road here and continue to put out good content, because many of them do. But I don't know, just like I said, let's get back to the kid factor. If you wouldn't do it in front of your own kids, I really probably wouldn't put it on YouTube. So I know there's talk about a charity tournament coming out. I think that's awesome. I do a lot of work with charities in my town, and there's a lot of good ones out there. I hope Aviator, I know he was talking about this on Twitter last night, doing a tournament. I really think that's the way to go. I think that's the way to save face maybe with the community, because there's a lot of people that have been I think a lot of people were turned off originally because of the money, and they felt like it was a money grab. I didn't have a problem with that, because that's how you get things done sometimes, is if you want to get some of these big guys who are already making money, you throw a little bit more money at them, get them out, they come out of the woodwork, and have fun with it. And I think that will help the YouTube community. But it got way out of hand with this guy. I mean, he was bringing sex toys on, actually one of the guys on the live stream. I mean, come on, guys. There's no place for that. I mean, there's no place for that on YouTube, period. I know it wasn't YouTube, but there's no place for that anywhere. I mean, if you want to do that, go to some porn website. I don't know. But, I think you're known by the company you keep, and I tweeted that out to Woody, and I put in a message. I don't think he even read it, but, you're known by the company you keep. So be careful who you hang. I think it's a life lesson for everyone here. I felt like it was almost like I moved a lot growing up. Felt like it was that awkward point in high school when this comment about this live streaming assisted suicide happened, where someone in the lunchroom starts making fun of the kid with the handicap. And there's an awkward pause maybe, but then everyone looks around and, oh my gosh, it's funny now. But it's not funny. And it takes a big person at that point to stand up at the situation and address it and say, you know what, guys, you're wrong. It's not funny. It's not right. And I'm glad the community turned on a dime, and this Alki David guy, you just got pwned, son. You got pwned by a bunch of young commentators. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching as always. This is Stonepost 34.